Morning, how's it going?
Good to see you.
You too?
Been a minute.
Oh, yes. Hey, but we haven't aged at all.
No, no, are you kidding me?
All right, Luis Alec Martinez. All right, can I see a prosecutor, please? It's Criminal Trial Division. Court is calling 2024 CR 6325 State versus Luis Alec Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Please, Jerry.
Defense?
I'm George Manning here for John St. Heinrich today from Dunham Jones Runner.
All right, and are you Mr. Luis Alec Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any objection to this attorney standing in for Mr. Sandheinrich? All right, your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw because they're stating that you have not complied with your contract with the attorney. State, do you have any objections to this motion to withdraw? All right, state, you may be excused. Defense, would you want to put anything on the record?
Nothing much, Your Honor, maybe very briefly.
All right, you may proceed.
So, Your Honor, it's just frankly about payment issues, nothing else. So hopefully you can go forward and arrange something with a new attorney or qualify for a court appointment, but that's strictly what it's about.
All right, so do you have any objection to this attorney withdrawing?
No.
All right, then you're withdrawn. You may be excused.
Thanks, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Are you able to hire an attorney? All right. All right, just have a seat. We'll make sure you have an attorney.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Anthony Cochran.
Yes.
If you'll come forward, please.
Hello.
Your attorney is currently in a jury trial in another court, so
Yes,
people
ma'am.
can't be in two places at the same time. So Norma, if you'll recall this for February 24th, please. Yes, once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Thanks, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Shannon Anderson, come forward, please. All right. Your attorney had a family emergency, so he's not going to be here today.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to reset you. Norma?
Yes, ma'am.
Recall this for March 6th.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're going to bring you back on March 6th. If for any reason your attorney can't make it on that day, what we will do is we'll have him contact you. That way you won't have to come down.
Yes.
But so for now, it's March 6th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mariano Rendon. Hello,
Hi, Judge. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Very good.
Yes.
We're ready for trial, Judge. I think we discussed previously that we're in agreement to go on the serious bodily injury case first.
Okay. All right. Jury will be up here at 11.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you.
I'm gonna step out to another court. I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Judge, got a
Hello.
moment?
Yes.
What do we do with the other case that is set for trial?
Just give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Oh, just have a seat.
Okay.
With you.
I've been here since 9
I
o'clock.
understand. I
And
understand.
Judge, I mean,
I understand.
I just asked the court also to be respectful of our time. I mean, you need us, we're here to do trial. But Judge, I literally have been sitting here since 9 o'clock. I have a million cases to work on.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right, just have a seat. I will get with you all. Marino Rendon. All right, Mr. Rendon, you're on call for tomorrow. Okay. All right, thank you.
just let the court know, I've got to be in Comal County as well as Bear County, so I'll be back and forth
Okay,
between the two, but I will call in the morning.
Thank you. All right, Luis DeLeon.
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor, this is a case that Kristen Muller and I have been working on, and I'm very, very hopeful that it'll get resolved. And I thought it would be resolved by now. She is in trial today. The only outstanding thing for her to do is to talk to the complainant in this case and just make sure that the complainant is okay with the resolution that we've principally agreed to, which I think will happen. But I texted her when I arrived a little bit late this morning, which I apologize to the court. And she just said that she's in trial to see if we can get another short reset.
All right, where is she in trial at?
Uh,
Because then I'll know what the case is and I'll know what kind of setting to give it. Do you know what she's trying?
I don't, Judge. I apologize. Let me look and see.
All right, State, does anybody know what Kristen Mulliner is trying? All right,
Thank you.
thank you. So now I know when to reset it. All right, we can set this for the week of February 24th,
Perfect, Judge. We will see you then,
the 24th, the 25th, or the 27th.
the 25th.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you recall this for the 25th for disposition. Okay,
Just have a seat.
and counsel, if you all want to come sooner, just let us know.
Thank you, Judge. We will.
You're welcome. All right, Kavanta Thomas. So where are we with the discovery? There was a hard drive. Did you turn over the hard drive?
Yes, ma'am. We have received all discovery at this point,
Okay.
Judge. The issue that we have pending before the court right now is Mr. Thomas has picked up a new misdemeanor and you have remanded him without bond.
Mhm.
The magistrate had put him in GPS full house arrest. And we would ask the court if you would allow Mr. Thomas to be on full house arrest, GPS at home. While the offer that was tendered to us, Judge, that we're working on is somewhat in flux because of this new misdemeanor situation that's pending. I am completely unaware and I am not the attorney of record on the new misdemeanor.
What's the new misdemeanor? All right, so what I can tell you is you'll have to set for hearing if you want me to recall the warrant. Because this case is an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The new case is alleged to be another incident involving a weapon.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you want to file a motion and set it, if the state has no objection, we could probably hear it
Okay.
Thursday.
I will work on that motion immediately, Your
All
Honor.
right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. So let me give you a reset date though. So yes.
Okay, Judge.
So do you want this brought back on Thursday?
Actually, Judge, Thursday, I think I'm going to be in San Marcos.
Okay.
If I file a motion, Judge, is it something that I can come talk to your coordinator and see about?
Putting
Putting
on the
it,
docket? Yes. All right, then, so what we'll do is I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date.
okay.
And are you the attorney on the misdemeanor or someone else?
I am not, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll recall this for a plea deadline date. Mr. Thomas, we're gonna recall this. How old are you? All right, we're gonna recall this for a plea deadline date on February 27th.
Yes, ma'am.
If your attorney wants you brought over sooner to hear the motion, he can. And State, are you waiving time notice with regards to the motion? I'm assuming that, and you know, I make assumptions and I always say, yeah, I should not make assumptions. No, I know that you're saying that you're probably not going to be in agreement with recalling it, but I'm wondering if you would have any objections. For example, you're required to have notice. Would you waive notice? He'll come in and he may have it ready by Thursday and say, can you bring him over on Thursday? Is there going to be an issue with the state waiving the time notice? That's what I mean.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So your attorney can set it earlier if he wants to set it earlier. The state is saying they're not going to object to lack of notice. But for now, I'm going to bring you back for a plea deadline date on February 27th, but you may be back sooner depending on what your attorney files. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor. I appreciate the court's time.
Thank you. Mr. Thomas, do you have someone to take your items or no?
I'm going to take them for him and give them to an individual.
All right, thank you. Just let the deputies know. Fernando Placiana.
President, Your Honor. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, so where's the interpreter?
Oh, right here.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. You were behind him.
No problem.
All right. So with regards to your client, is he a citizen or not?
He's a lawful permanent resident since 2001. And
All
so
right.
that's part and part the reason for my request for reset.
Yes. So are you retained
I am, Your Honor.
and are you going to address the immigration issues with him?
I am going to be doing that.
Okay. All right, do you have all of the discovery?
I do, Your Honor.
Was the state able to tender an offer?
They did make an offer this morning, and so I need to go over that with my client.
All right,
And address any immigration consequences.
all right, and sir, how old are you?
I'm sorry, you're.
How old are you, sir? I have to tell people,
49.
either we're gonna use the interpreter or not.
Well, he understands it better than he can speak of the basic stuff.
All right, his plea deadline date, Norma, is gonna be March 18th. On that date, you have to let the court know whether you've reached an agreement with the state. If no agreement is reached, your plea deadline date will have expired and your next setting will be a jury trial date. And the court will not accept any plea bargain agreements past that date without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plead open to the court. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
And Norma, can you make sure that it is on the record that this is an interpreter? All right, thank you.
Maybe it's because Your Honor.
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
For those whose attorneys have not appeared yet, you have the court's permission to step outside and call them. We're starting a jury trial, so you may call your attorney. Court is calling 2022 CR 10786, State versus Juan Rogelio Lozano.
We're ready, Judge.
All right.
Custody.
If you step down, please. Can our parties announce for the record for the state? Defense?
Greg DeMarais.
And are you Juan Lozano? Right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it? Are you the same Juan Rogelio Lozano who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 10786 for the offense of deadly conduct firearm on March 23rd, 2023 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
On or about the 24th day of September 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Juan Rogelio Lozano did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the court supervision officer in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, ma'am.
State waives the remaining violation allegation, Your Honor.
All right, are you all going to address the issue in the motion to revoke about failure to report?
No, Your Honor. State waives the remaining violation allegation.
All right, any objections to the state's waivers?
No objections, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor, the recommendation of supervision office of initiative, weekly reporting for 60 days, but denied.
It's our agreement, Judge.
All right, and why should I follow this agreement?
Why should you follow the recommendation, Your Honor?
Yes.
I think the state has had an opportunity to review his history, mental health history, and just the opportunities. I've spoken with this young man. You know, been impressed with his candor, with his humbleness, Your Honor. And I just think he's got a long way to go on probation. And he needs this help. He was denied originally for the mental health initiative, but they want to screen him while he's in jail. Make sure that this is an opportunity for him, Your Honor.
All right, so even though the state waived it, which I don't understand why the state waived it, I don't know how we can help somebody if they don't show up to report. So it's
Understand?
alleged that he didn't report. So why is he not showing up to report?
Well, I think, I don't have an answer for that, Your Honor. I can tell you that I think it's all part of the situation that he needs help.
All right, do you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. So what has been going on in your life since the court placed you on probation?
Well, now, I've been homeless and I've been staying at the Haven for Hope. So, but now I got my support back, my family. I'm staying with my grandpa now. I'm working with him. I got all my stuff, clothes, all that. So I'm doing good now.
All right, so why didn't you check in with probation and tell them what was going on in your life?
Well, I haven't had a chance to go because I have no money or nothing. But now that I'm working with him, I can take the bus and everything. It's really far from where I'm at, in South Side, to him.
But I mean, you said you were at Haven for Hope.
Yes, ma'am.
I think they'll provide a bus pass. So I'm just trying to figure
I
out.
tried to get that from them, but they didn't. I even went to the reentry place. They never gave me.
So did they give you opportunity to call probation on the phone?
This.
And did you call?
No,
Why not?
I never really knew her number. Never really like looked it up.
Any objection to the court review and the court summary?
No, Your Honor.
All right, probation. It says in the court summary that he has unaddressed mental health concerns, but defense has told me that they deemed him unqualified to be in the mental health initiative. So is that going to change if he's referred back?
Supervise him under the mental health unit. I did ask that all of the evaluations be done in custody so that if it turns out that it's not where it needs to be still, that we can bring him back to court and figure out what to do then.
Okay. All right, state, you may be excused. This is what the court is going to do. I'll deny the motion. I'm going to follow the probation's recommendation to have you reevaluate it for the mental health initiative. And that's going to take place in custody. So you say you're staying with your grandfather? So counsel, will you make him aware of what has happened today?
Absolutely, Judge.
All right, so what we'll do, and counsel, if you could remain on the case, we're going to have him evaluated in custody. If he's not accepted, then we'll have him brought back to court.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
On probation, how long do you think it will take before he's evaluated? All right, we'll see if we can not have the month out thing. But what I'm going to do, since they're saying it will be in 2 weeks, I'm going to recall this. Ms. Abrams, could I recall this for March 6th? Would that be enough time?
Yes, Judge, for the initial report.
Yes. So I'm going to recall you for March 6th so I can keep you on the docket and you don't fall into a black hole or something, okay? Is there anything else you need? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Nobody can help you if you don't call anybody. In this court, it's easy to get in touch with probation. In this court, if you're supposed to be in touch with your probation officer and you can't get in touch with them and they're not picking up and you're homeless and you don't have access to VIA because it's too far, you can always call the court's number and they will get to me and say, you're unable to reach your probation officer, and we will make sure that you're able to reach your probation officer. All right, is there anything else you need in order to help you be successful?
No, ma'am. I'm doing pretty good now. Now that I got my place with my grandpa, I'm working with him. It's going good.
All right.
I think the key, if I may, If that all falls apart, your solution is to stay in contact with probation. Like I said, if they were offered $1 million, you'd have found that place.
Okay. All right, thank you so much.
All right.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
It's good
Thank you,
seeing
ma'am.
you, Greg. How's everything going?
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Everybody's doing well. Playoffs tonight, little basketball action.
Ah, that's good.
Yeah, so.
People were watching the game and I was telling them, I don't know why they expected a different result.
Which one are we talking about? The Philadelphia?
Yes.
Oh, Yeah.
I was just like,
everyone's after the fact that, like, I told you, but no, you didn't. You were saying Kansas City, you were saying 3 people.
mhm.
You were saying all that.
Oh, yeah,
Just
and
to go.
I was telling people, I said, no, I don't think they match up very well.
No, they don't. But you know your stuff.
All
You know your stuff.
righty.
The LSU women's basketball team.
Yes. Okay, if we can get our football team. Why don't you resign all your positions and go out there and coach?
I would love to.
It'll be great.
It's gonna be fun.
All right.
Judge,
Well,
good
have a
seeing
good
you.
one.
Thank you.
Julian Coleman. All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
We got discovery, Your Honor. We just, we did a plea offer. That's correct, Judge.
All right, how old are you?
24.
Norma? Put this on the docket the first week in March for a plea deadline date. It's Coleman.
Judge, my client's from out of town. Can he attend next setting on Zoom?
Where are you? Out of town?
League in Nebraska.
Ah, okay, yes. All right, and if an agreement is reached, y'all will be able to do the paperwork electronically. It'll happen.
Something will happen.
All right, so you can appear by Zoom. And counsel, you'll be given the Zoom link.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, any other questions?
Let's just sign a receipt. Can we be excused?
Yes, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Giselle Saucedo,
Morning, Judge.
good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
All right, where's your client?
She's very good.
All right, today's plea deadline date.
Judge, we have some videos that we were not able to get from the state. There was a total of 7. There was 2 that were corrected, and Mr. Garahan's copying them right now. We can get those downloaded.
All right, so,
So
and
we
that
have
will be
time to review
the,
That just came to our attention today, Judge.
That's correct.
and so then after that, that's done with discovery.
We should have it all. Yes, ma'am. We have the lab reports and the rest of the reports and the memorandums.
All right, Norma, set this for March 6th for a plea deadline date.
March 6th.
Yes. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Ma'am, thank you. Good to
You're
see you.
welcome. You
Have a
too.
good day.
Thank you.
Ms. Mapper, just briefly,
Sure.
I have Mr. Darren Doze on your docket.
Mhm.
It's a plea. We've worked it out.
Okay.
State's working on paperwork.
Okay,
I have a parent teacher meeting at 11 o'clock in the downtown area.
sure.
Would you like for me to try to make it back here before noon? You want me to come back at 1:30? You want me to send someone else to do it?
If you want to send someone else, you can. If you want to do it by Zoom, you can do it by Zoom,
Okay,
however you want to do it.
okay.
But I guess someone will need to go with paperwork with him.
Yeah, I'll get the paperwork and start that and then,
You don't have time,
yeah, you're probably right, but
so don't be late.
I won't. All right,
Okay.
well, I'll get it figured out. I appreciate you, Judge.
All right, I don't want my children to miss their father.
I appreciate that.
See, I make too much of my kid stuff.
Yeah.
I make almost all my kid stuff. So when I'm not there, it's at the end of the week.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's, my dad would show up once in a blue moon with those ways never. I'm there for like 80% of it. The 20% I missed, they're like,
And see, my mom had a horrible employer who wouldn't allow her to do things, and she feels guilty about it all the time. And I'm like, Mom, we survived. You showed up for what we needed you for.
tell them, I'm there at everything. If I'm not there, there's a reason.
Mhm. And that is, and you know, that is why when I have people on staff and they say it's the children or whatever, I'm like,
Couldn't go.
go. Now watch, people are gonna be saying, Judge, you and Neil Kappas have children together? And I'm like, no, they're like my children because Neil and I have been friends forever.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Gray Garcia. Hi. Who's the attorney for Gray Garcia?
Just got back.
Yes. Gray Garcia. All right, so State, did you tender an offer?
Believe he wants to discovering that the next setting would be in position for the offer.
Judge, on the last setting, there was new discovery in the form of images that were uploaded that day. I believe Judge Angelini was filling in for you, so he recalled it, gave them 24 hours to get it to me. He did. We had scheduled a meeting. Unfortunately, that was last week when I had the flu. So me and my client weren't able to review those. We can even just recall it for 2 weeks. My client's gonna come into the office today to go ahead and review those. We'll come back, whatever, to go ahead and negotiate an offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, recall this for March 4th. And State, at that time, you need to present an offer. All right, is there anything else? All right, once you can have a seat, once you get the reset form and you sign it, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge. May I be
Thank
excused?
you. Yes. No, that's for the state to tender an offer. Oh, it's never a dull moment. But did I not call this day? I think I called this day. Allison Settle and Megan and John, if you can make sure that you filled out the jury, I'm sorry, the election of punishment. Yes. And if y'all can also make sure I have an acknowledgement of discovery. I think I do, but just to be on the safe side. All right, where are we on this case?
So Judge, we conferred last week. I've got all the discovery that I think I'm entitled to.
Okay.
The reason the case is back before you today is I filed a motion for a bond reduction hearing
Yes.
on the cause, the last two numbers of the styling being number 90.
Yeah.
Possession or unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. By way of proffer, Judge, asking for the court to reduce the bond in that case. It's set at $20,000.
Okay, let me go on the record with that. Has an offer been tendered or no?
No off the object.
Okay. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 013090 State versus Allison Settle. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Looks good to the Judge.
And are you Ms. Settle? All right, State, are you ready to proceed on the motion requesting bail reduction? Yes. All right, do you all have an agreement or no?
No, Judge, the state is in opposition for reduction.
All right, then defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Judge, just proffer for you if I may.
All right, yes, you may proceed.
So Ms. Settle currently under indictment for two causes, Judge. Other cause of bail set at 7,000. This case, the bail is set at 20,000, Judge. She's asking the court to consider reducing that. It's beyond her ability and her means to make bonds in the total amount of around $20,000, Judge, which I think is about $7,000 less than what you're set right now. The court can see she's pregnant. She's scheduled to have a child in 4 to 6 weeks. So her request for that reduction has something to do with that, Judge. She doesn't want to have the child in custody. I certainly understand the court, the state's concerns with the nature of the allegations. The state will tell you that there's some criminal history, Judge. But we're asking for the court to reduce that bail amount. Then it's her community, her home, Judge, her ties, her link there here. I don't know about attendance in any previous cases, but she's been in custody for the duration since she was arrested on these cases, Judge. If the court is inclined to reduce the bond, wonderful. She does have somewhere to go. Someone would be helping her out, putting her out as far as a place to live goes. I know sometimes the court has concerns about individuals housing folks when they're out on bail. So the court's not inclined to allow that. I think there's somewhere where the court has ordered folks in the past to be able to go have the child. And it's it might be treatment so as well. Possibly, yeah, perhaps, Judge.
Okay. All right, state.
It is, the states are opposed to the possession.
Of the numerous reasons, I mean, one, freedom, safety, which in charge was including, allegedly from her own family. And then on top of that, judge.
I'm sorry, wait a minute, you said allegedly what?
Her own family, her own victim.
Okay.
That she could not go back to that house, which is her mother's. And then on top of that, the possession of many different items, including in this particular case, a handgun. And then on top of that, safety of the unborn child, she does have a history of substance abuse and allegedly, the mother said that she's still possibly used. So the state's position is $20,000 is sufficient for the community and also on the whole child.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court will deny the motion. Court will alter and amend conditions to full GPS and waive GPS fees. All right, we're off the record. So with regards to the offer stage, I know you haven't tendered an offer yet. So when do y'all want this brought back?
Judge, we haven't asked for one. I've asked my client to tell me if that's something she'd like me to do, consider that, so we can have a regular reset for that purpose and then.
All right. Ms. Ferguson, if I could get a 30-day reset on settle.
Judge,
Sorry, that would be March. The 20th.
All right, so we're going to come back on March 20th. State at that time you need to be prepared to tender an offer. Counsel, if your attorney wants you back sooner, he'll let us know.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.